Okay, we're cutting across live now to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is inaugurating the 7th edition of the India Mobile Congress. Right now, you see images of the Prime Minister at the Bharat Mandapam in Delhi. Remember that this is at the Pragati Maidan, the facility which in fact was built for the G20 just earlier. Joining him, of course, is Minister for Information and Technology, Ashwini Vaishnav. You see Sunil Bharti Mittal of the Airtel Group also there. The Prime Minister is expected to award 100 5G use case labs to educational institutions across the country during this program. 5G Labs initiative aims to develop 5G applications to foster innovation across socio-economic sectors and is expected to be a key step towards building a 6G ready ecosystem in the country. So a big development over there in terms of the steps forward that are being taken as far as information and technology are concerned. This, of course, is the 7th edition of the India Mobile Congress that the Prime Minister is inaugurating at the Bharat Mandapam at the Pragati Maidan in Delhi. My colleague Chetan Bhutani is now joining me over the phone line. Chetan, what more can you tell us about this 7th edition of the India Mobile Congress? We see Prime Minister and Ashwini Vaishnav over there in the pictures. We also see the Ambani sign in the pictures. We see Sunil Bharti Mittal there as well.
Well, yes, this edition of the India Mobile Congress is really special because, always the Prime Minister inaugurates and all the telecom giants and telecom giants are actually at the stage with the Prime Minister. But this time as well, repeating the same old history of last year, Akash Ambani giving a warm welcome to the Prime Minister, being one of the largest conglomerates in the telecom sector, along with Ashwini Vaishnav and Kumar Mangalam Birla, and of course Akash Ambani at the venue. Remember, we are also expecting the results of Reliance Industries Limited. So in fact, it's a great day for RIL as well. But what really the big thing at the India Mobile Congress is the spotlight on 5G and innovation. We are expecting a whole lot of startups that will be dealing with innovating in telecom and telecom network providers and of course the equipment manufacturers. So clearly the Prime Minister, who is scheduled to speak shortly, would also be shedding spotlight on how the government is very proactive in giving out the much needed support for the industry. In fact, the Prime Minister a few days back in his Pragati meeting has told the government officials and the senior ministers that all the talukas and all the districts should be covered with mobile telecom towers before the elections of 2024. So clearly, this could be in fact, one of the possible announcements. Another announcement could be on 5G innovation, and of course, the government has begun talks on 6G as well. So who knows? We might see the innovation on 6G also coming up at the India Mobile Congress. Right, follow me?
Right. So this, of course, Chetan, is the largest sort of telecom, media and technology forum in Asia as well, expected to be held from today till the 29th of October. Any big-ticket announcements, Chetan, that could be expected out of the India Mobile Congress over the next few days?
Well, follow me, during the event, the Prime Minister will award about 100 5G use case labs to educational institutions across the country, which really means this would be a big boost for the use case labs when it comes to how the government really wants to go ahead with this 5G technology. Remember, BSNL is one such entity that could be interested with giving out 6G waves and leading the way for 6G. So clearly, following in the next 3 days, the agenda would be innovation, the agenda would be giving boost to startups, the much needed support for the industry, because one of the biggest telecom providers in India, Vodafone, is really not in a good shape. Its loss widened to about 8,700 crore rupees in this financial year. So if the support is needed, the government is ready to provide it, and that's how they will be readying how the basic infrastructure for the telecom providers.
That's right. Chetan, stay on with us. Of course, we're bringing to you viewers images live from Bharat Mandapam in Delhi, where the Prime Minister has arrived to inaugurate the 7th edition of the India Mobile Congress. In those pictures, you can see him interacting with the participants who will be there over the next few days, of course, talking innovation, talking about boosts to the startup industry, as Chetan, my colleague, was pointing out as well. Ashwini Vaishnav, of course, Chetan, has been putting out various details of various, big companies, multinationals that are already investing in the country. He, of course, mentioned, for instance, how AMD has announced a $400 million investment in the semiconductor design sector as well. A huge industry that the government is paying a lot of attention to, Chetan.
Absolutely, Paulami. You are absolutely spot on when you also say, the global investments coming to India. Big telecom and IT giants have already announced their entry into the India market. In fact, I'm told by my sources that they will also focus on semiconductors because remember, with the Russia-Ukraine war, we faced a huge shortage, especially in the automobile sector, and in fact, mobile phone and handset manufacturers were also facing the same issue of semiconductor shortage. So clearly, the 60 use case, semiconductors will also be on the agenda of the India Mobile Congress, which is scheduled to be held over the next 3 days. In fact, there are various debates and discussions scheduled with the top industry players, called the corporate mandates, and of course, with the top government functionaries as well. In fact, I'm told that the secretaries and the joint secretaries of various ministries would be coming in to provide a further boost to the industry, telling them that the government will be hand-holding them, providing them the necessary support, the PLI scheme, and of course giving them the required hand to ensure that the industry starts working. Because when it comes to the IT, when it comes to the telecom network, India is one of the largest market, and with its good quality of 4G database, the 5G database that the government has been working on has been provided by the 5G use cases also. The government, on the other hand, would look at giving that support to the industry, and when it comes to the industry players, they would be seeking the right amount of the right amount of support, because the industry is ready to work. And remember, the startups also in this field have been working very hard. They have been, they have given a great amount of innovations in the telecom sector. But when it comes to the support, the government would be very proactively approaching the telecom players, and simultaneously, the telecom players would also be supporting the government in its venture. Follow me.
India's #1 political reporter
defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience.
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
And with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV. India's #1 political reporter.
Defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience.
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
And with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV.